And we're live. Okay. I'll get the hang of this eventually. I forgot to turn on the microphone and camera, and I thought I was going to be there live, but I wasn't. All right. Welcome, everybody. This is the Night Owl Writers Room. Um, Basically, it's been so far my private little writer's room for getting stuff done late at night. If you're like me, you've got a day job, you've got maybe a night job like I do. I just finished teaching. You've got family, you've got other obligations, and the middle of the night is the only time you have to write. Well, it's not the only time I have to write, but it's the best time for me to write. And I decided a while ago that I'm going to just devote at least an hour a night to writing, and to force myself to follow through, I'm going to live stream it. Now, I don't always do writing. Sometimes I'm looking at other things. Sometimes I'm producing my podcast. Sometimes I'm doing a live read of a story I've already written. So I do lots of different things here. And tonight I am going to sign up for this year's National Novel Writing Month. And if you guys haven't heard of that, it's abbreviated NaNoWriMo, NaNoWriMo. It's at NaNoWriMo.org. And basically, month of November, you sort of pledge to write 50,000 words, at least 50,000 words of a novel. So that's what I'm going to do this year. I've got a book that is ready to be written. I've got a rough outline for it, and I don't think I'm going to do much more than just the rough outline, because I kind of like, how things flow when I'm just trying to do this. I think I did write a little bit of the first chapter, but I'll probably rewrite it once we start up in November. And well, I'll tell you about it after we get signed up here. But I really encourage you guys to do this, because here's the other plan. So right now, I'm just doing this live stream at midnight Eastern time for maybe an hour, sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more. November, I'm going to live stream every minute that I'm writing this novel. So if you don't find watching paint dry boring enough, come tune into my live stream while I write a book. I'll probably be talking a lot. And here's the thing too: if you are doing the NaNoWriMo and you would like to come on the stream and talk about your project, we can take a break and do that. So I'll be publishing details about that coming up. But I don't know how it's going to turn out. I don't know if anyone will be interested in watching me write a book. I don't know how many hours it's going to take, but I'm going to promise you two things. One, I'm going to live stream every single minute I am writing this book. And two, I'm going to finish this book in the month of November. It's going to be tough because I've got some other obligations. I've got a couple big book shows coming up in November, one for which I'm going to be on the road for like 5 days, maybe 6 days. So, I don't know. See if I can get some writing in during this. I'm going to be going down to Miami for the Miami Book Fair, and I'm going to be going up to, I think this is November. Yeah, the a Comic Con up in Minneapolis with Jody Sperling. He's coming with me to the book fair too. So this can be tight. What I'm going to have to probably do is front load a lot of the writing, because those 2 weekends I'm not going to have a lot of time to do any writing. So, and that's usually how I write anyway. I usually have like a big spurt coming out right out of the gate, and write really fast, write a lot, get it on paper, and then I'll hit like a patch where it's like, ugh, where am I going with this? What am I doing? Is this the right thing? And I may rethink it. But I think the secret to NaNoWriMo is not to be a pantser. It's to be at least a semi plotter, to have that rough outlines, to have like a target. And I'll show you where I'm at with it after we get signed up here, and what my goals are going to be. So if I can write a chapter a night and I don't have 30 chapters. I don't think I have that many. I'll have to count how many chapters I have. But basically my outline is, here's the chapter, here's what's going to happen in that chapter, and let's go. And I'll tell you the concept about it and everything else, but let's get it set up here. All right. Let me go ahead and share my screen so you guys can see the NaNoWriMo site here. There we are. So there's my account on NaNoWriMo.org. I've listed the previous projects here. I haven't done all these on NaNoWriMo. In fact, I did this one here was kind of like a cheat because I was basically putting in the stories from my podcast, and that's the only one I was really working on, basically. So other ones, I kind of like 10th Ride. I did some of it during here, but I didn't really keep track of it, and so this is going to be a little bit different because I've signed up for this and I've done it for like a few days a week, and then I just kind of fell out. So this year, because I'm live streaming every minute of it, I will be keeping track daily word counts. I'll be posting the book too somewhere. I haven't figured out where I'm going to post it to make it available. So if you guys want to read it, give me feedback. I'll be doing that. I may do that on the Facebook page. We'll see how that goes. The Facebook group for the Night Owls Writers Room. All right, but we'll figure that out. I've got a month and a half to figure that out. And let's get this set up here. So let's come here to my Nano and go to my projects. Oh, that's where I'm at. Create new project. Here we go. What is the name of your project? It's by you. Freshman year. How do you spell freshman? Isn't it there a C in there or something? No, freshman year. Why does that look weird to me? I hate when that happens. Freshman year. Yeah, it's freshman year. That's right. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I'm prepping on this right now. It's all going to be public. What type of project is this? This is a novel. Associate with a NaNoWriMo event. What are those? Camp NaNoWriMo. Oh, here we go. NaNoWriMo. Oh, look, they're doing it in July and April now, too. I did not know that. All right, why don't they have 2024 here? That's strange. That is very strange. Okay, well, I guess I won't associate it with it yet. Okay. All right, on to my goal. Goal name. What type of goal is this? Finish this book. Now, here's the thing too. If I do meet my goal of like front loading a lot of this stuff, I will have time to do a second draft, and that may be if end of November, if I can have a printed out paper copy with me while I'm driving to Florida with Jody, and then staying in a motel wherever we're going to be. Uh, that may be what I'm doing, and I'll live stream as much of that as I possibly can too. But anytime I'm doing something on the computer to write, I will be live streaming. And as much of the reading as I can do live streaming, I will do as well. And that will be me reading it out loud because whenever I am doing a rewrite, I read it out loud. All right. I'm just going to do a quick check here to make sure everything is going well here. Let me just double check this out. Where's it? Number 14 live. So YouTube is live. I'm going to just take the volume down there. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. And then Rumble is live. Let's check that one out. Okay, take that down. I'm just doing this to make sure there's no comments. I also have this on Locals too, but Locals doesn't seem to work very well for me. It cuts it off after half an hour, and I'm not sure why. Join live stream. This does not work well at all. Play. Okay, that's working. And then on X, double check there too. So if anyone wants to leave me any comments on X, I will check those out as well. So I'm actually, let me drag this out of here so I can actually see what's going on with these. So what normally happens is I will see comments on my Rumble Studio, I'm gonna go ahead and drag this stuff out here so that I can see it, um, myself in case there's any comments that come through. And let's do Rumble over here. Let's put that over here. There we go. All right. So if any comments come through, I should see them on my Rumble Studio. But if I don't, I will keep an eye out for stuff. And quite frankly, this is such a new live stream. I know York Campbell will sometimes tune in live and see what's going on, but for the most part, it's just me. But if you are out there, send me a little note. Hit me up on X, hit Rumble or YouTube, and let's start a conversation. All right, finish this book. What is my word count goal? So this is going to be a short book. I think it's going to be around 50K. Um, because it's kind of like more of a light genre. It's not a heavy mystery. It's not a serious gritty thriller. It's none of those things. And I'll tell you what it is, but it feels like it's going to be a 50,000 word book. Start date is going to be 11/01, 2024, and the end date will be 11/30, 2024. Okay, on to details. What are its genres? Okay, so it's a spy thriller. It's satire and humor. And anything else? It's not quite young adult. I'll be honest with you. It's adult, but not middle. It's below middle age. I'll put it that way. Yeah, that I think that covers it. Spy thriller, satire, humor. All right. So here is the project summary. Where do the super spies come from? Turns out there's a school for that. Spy U, where the midterms can be deadly. All right, something like that. I'll work on that little pitch, but that's the thing. I don't have an excerpt here, um, but let me see here. What's your name? Honeypots. James Honeypots. So right there, I hope that sort of due to one of the characters of the book. So the idea here is that the main character, James Honeypots, is the illegitimate son of a certain British super spy who has a tendency to be quite, what's the word I'm looking for? Friendly with some of his female adversaries. And one of the women who was sent to seduce and kill him, uh, what's her first name going to be? I forget. We'll go with Jessica. Jessica Honeypots. Um, I like that. Yeah, Jessica Honeypots gets pregnant, and apparently there's a lot of. I think during the other books we'll meet some of his brothers as we go through, but I think I'm gonna go Harry Potter on this series. I'm gonna do your freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, senior year, graduate school, couple of years, maybe 3, maybe he gets a doctorate in spying. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe he becomes a teacher. Lots of possibilities, but at least there's gonna be at least 4 books, freshman through senior year, and it'll be fun. What is the project? Pinterest? I'm not on Pinterest. Are you guys on Pinterest? Is anyone on Pinterest anymore? I don't have a playlist either. I'm gonna save this project. I don't do playlists. I don't listen to music while I'm writing, so it's like not something I do. Okay, there we go. Ooh, let me come in here and edit this. I do have a cover. Where did I put the cover? Right here. Nope, that's the wrong cover. There it is. So there's the cover. Spy You. All right. So very collegiate of me there. By the way, I am going to be looking for a cover artist and maybe the same person as a concept artist to create the characters for me. So if anyone knows of an artist who's looking for this, who will work, I will pay. I can't pay, thousands of dollars. I can't pay hundreds of dollars, and we can negotiate here. I basically, need different versions of this for all the different books, right? So freshman year, sophomore year, and so forth. So it's going to be the same sort of thing. Spy You freshman year, and then at least one or two or three of the characters hanging around the U, peeking from behind the U, standing in front of the U. The famous James Bond shot and all that kind of stuff. So that is what I'm hoping to have with that. Uh, and so I'll be be great if I could figure that out during the course of this time as well. All right, so there it is. So that's that. My project is set up, but it is not associated with a thing yet on the details here. Wait, can I change that? Project, how much you want? Is this associated with anything? Why isn't it let me associate it with anything? Hmm, interesting. Maybe that'll change as we come through here. All right. If you want to be a buddy of mine for NaNoWriMo, you got this buddies list. You can go ahead and search for me, make a request to join me. I will accept all NaNoWriMo buddies. Um, Groups. Okay, I belong to this one here. USA, Illinois, Chicago. Not currently have a municipal liaison to lead its activities. Okay, I don't have time for that. This new community server will not be directly linked to Nano nor is da da da. Okay, that's interesting. No, maybe I'll post on there that I'm gonna be live streaming, and then here's my profile. This book, right, starts November 2024. Oh, I can do that later. No, let's do it now. Tell your fellow writers more about you. Hi there. Greetings. I don't like greetings. Let me tell you a story. I use the log line from my podcast here. Story about a writer who needs a little more discipline in his routine and has vowed to not only complete a novel this year, 2024, novel in November 2024, but to live stream every minute of the process. So that's it. That's my promise to you guys. Tune in. Um, Tune in on X. Actually, I got this here on X at https://Rich Hosek or YouTube. And let me grab that link real quick here. Where did I put it? Put it over here. Night Owl Writers Room. At that or Rumble. Oops, misspelled or Rumble. At, and then my Rumble page is, oh, that's YouTube. Rumble is up here. It's this funky letters and numbers thing here. Save the details. Okay. Is there more I can do here? Stats, bio, favorites. Okay, there, yeah, those are good. Avatar. I got my avatar image on the cover plate. What is your cover plate? What is the cover plate? What is that all about? I don't know. Let me put the website podcast in here. Bedtimestories.studio. Save that. Okay. All right. We're making progress here. Okay. We got the project set up here. I'm guessing I don't know if I'm gonna be able to attach this. I'll have to ask them about this. Why can't we do that yet? Help desk. Receive verification, logged in for several years. Upload. How do I set a new goal or independent goal? What's the difference? Past date. How do I update my work? How to replace an old project with one that was deleted? Great way to edit your goal. You have two different options. Project card you'd like to add on the goal card. Click on the gear. Change your goal as you'd like. All right, so let's come back here to my dashboard. Oh, this is Zendesk. I'm going to come back over here. So projects. Goals. Finish this book. Huh. Where is this? All right. I don't know. Maybe I may have to redo this when that becomes available, but not to worry. This is just sort of letting you guys know where I'm going to be at, what I'm doing. Let's see what else is new here, though. I haven't been here for a while, obviously. Ooh, messages. What's going on here? Started. Okay. No, didn't do that. What's this? What are these alerts here? I am breaking their website. Do 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 do. Recent notifications. Congratulations, 2 years ago. Okay. 5 years ago. All right, close. Okay, so that's all cleared out. Here's this. Can't no this weekend. It's double up donation weekend in addition to being a month-long creative. 10 months ago. Wow. Messaging is unavailable in this group. Wonder if I need to find a new group here. Let's see here. Community. Find your local partners. Um, All around creative cheerleader. This might be the role for you. No, I am not good at being a cheerleader. Sign up as a come right in space. If your community space, don't need that. Host a local event. I don't know. Maybe I'll host it. Can I host a virtual event? I don't know. Let's see here. HQ events, find a region, search Illinois, Bloomington, Normal, Champaign, elsewhere, Naperville. So I'm close to Naperville. I wonder if anything's going on in Naperville. Let's check them out. Make home. Let's see what we got here. Ah, here we go. Yep, I can write messages here. Good. Something else never became somewhat tumultuous events in and out with this email is not no discussion around those topics. If you don't know what we're talking about, please see the forum post by NaNoHQ. There are impacts to our region's ML status for this November. NaNoHQ, under new management, is making adjustments to the ML program. These include extra criteria to become a regional leader, an updated agreement that increases the ML responsibilities and liabilities while restricting our ability to coordinate events. While we wish NaNoHQ well in its efforts, we have made choice to step down as official municipal liaison. Volunteers, this was not an easy decision, has no impact on our desire to be a part. As a member of our writing community, it's up to you to make your own decision when we know. What does this mean going forward? As our region stands, we are well established with many amazing RIMOs and can easily continue our programming. We are working to create a united challenge with MLs who feel similarly in neighboring regions. There's a lot of support. We value our community's opinion, like your help. Use this Google form to suggest names. I want you to know that before now, as a collaborative. Okay, this looks like it's kind of like falling apart here. You are welcome to stay within our current writing community as built up around. We're no longer officially leading. Several regions of year-round the writing journey open to all free hosts in person virtual events. You're already there. Da, 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 da. We appreciate you. Thank all of you. Please reach out with any comments. 6 months ago. All right. Active members. There's nothing there. I don't think this is gonna be good. Let's check out the forums. What do we got here? Forum support, official staff support and tech, sponsors, newbies, cough house, finding your crew. A mess to create a thread for any. Yes, okay. Running groups assemble. Hire home for everything. Regions. You join running regions here. Okay, we did that. Genres, nano communities. 70 years. Forums remain closed until the format session is complete until path forward. Unfortunately, any questions received become increasingly granular. Okay, Esmeralda plans to close all board forum threads as well. Okay, no forums. There we go. Don't need to worry about that. So the community is not like it used to be. I think you can still do buddies. So hopefully, yeah, let's see, buddies. Yeah. Okay, so you can search for your buddies and groups. Groups I'm not going to worry about, but buddies I'll have. Again, look for me on NaNoWriMo if you sign up for it, and we'll be buddies. All right, resources. November Writing Challenge. Set a goal, prep, connect with community, prep talkers, nano, da da da. I don't need any of this. I've written several novels already. November starts. And this, can I set a goal for something? Yes, then a goal. Nano prep, connect with the nano writing community. Okay, 2023. This is like, there's no 2024 stuff here yet. I wonder if this thing is falling apart. I'm still going to do it. I don't care. You can take the NaNoWriMo away from the writer, but you can't take the writer away from the NaNoWriMo. That is not something people say. All right. Is their shop still open? Let's see if they're still taking shop. Oh, look at that. Nothing in the shop. Nothing. They are shutting down here. Will they still take donations? What happened here? Is NaNoWriMo down? There you go. All right. Let's see what they say. This is Literature Latte. This is the people who write Scrivener, which I use. So allegation of scandals. Join a couple. Kristen did either. Seems pretty serious. Wow. Following statement for their forums are closed. I think a lot of no continuing. Wow. Wow. That's probably why there's no November event there. It is dead. This is crazy. Okay. Website forums are so dead. Started, I remember the original, they always pop in October, remember September posting, getting excited. I used to wipe and reset the forums every year. No one using them. Middle of October, threads in the top. This is last year. Popular, or is it just site offensive? We don't, also moved to places, alternate groups. Have never used Discord. I hate Discord. Stop using forums and news site. It just felt cluttered. Forum also things were separate, and also hate Discord. Yes, me too. It's so frustrating. It seems that everyone wants to go now. Let's check on the forums. I think the proliferation of Discord and webs have made the forums much less appealing. Okay, I love the website before this one. The internet in general seems dead. Daunting mountain to climb. Few people to mostly fail. Yeah, I failed several times. I mean, the Discord. Okay. Well, it looks like I am going to be doing my own NaNoWriMo, and we can form our own group. Let's see if we can still use this website, though. Um, hoping to fix it here. Okay. So, uh, interesting. Very, very interesting. I did not expect to come into this finding a dead community here. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So we got all of these things here. They got prep events coming up here. Let's see. All right, there it is. Don't it begin? It's on their calendar. Get ready for the seat of your pants. Riders around the globe. Okay, so they've got it. Begins. They don't have an end date though. All right, that's okay. So there is some effort to keep something going here. What's this? Did I just unlock a badge? Why did it give me a ding there? I don't know. I don't know. Oof. Okay. Well, let's get on with it here. Okay, so that's the website. Doesn't matter if the website's working or not. I'm still going to do this month of November, live sharing, writing a novel. Now, let's pull up the novel. Spy You. And I'll show you what I've got going here so far. Let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 chapters. Okay. 23 chapters. So, hmm, I'm gonna have to try and write, I think, a couple 2 chapter days here. We'll see how it goes. If I can do a chapter a night during the week and then 2 chapters a night during the weekend, I should be good. Because in November here, let's see, we're starting on a Friday. So if I do 2 chapters there, 4, 6, I got 6 chapters done there. 17 chapters left. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay. So my goal is to have it done by the 19th or 20th. If I can do that, um, this is the time here. This is the week that I'm going to be going to the Miami Book Fair. That's the 23rd and 24th. And then, of course, Thanksgiving is the 28th. And um, won't be live streaming that. No, I'll be live streaming probably late that day. A lot of times I host the Thanksgiving dinner at my house, but some other relatives may be in town to be able to do that. So we'll see what's going on. All right. So here is what I've got so far. Now, this is actually an idea that I came up with my old writing partner, Arnold Rudnick, when we were doing our TV stuff. We did this, we were going to do this as a feature script. I don't think we got past an outline, but we had some really great concepts I thought were really fun. So as you can see, I'm trying to, this is something I haven't done before, chapter names. Normally my chapters just have numbers. Um, in the Dead Kids Club, I've got 5 parts. Each one part is a child's name and then numbers for each little chapter in there. Some of the chapters are only like 3 or 4 paragraphs. They're really short chapters. In the Rainy and Day novels, I spell out the words chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 24, and so forth. But I don't give them names. Here, I wanted to give them names. I wanted to like sort of really sort of lead you into the spirit of the book and set the mood, set the tone. So you can see here, I've got things like the obligatory prologue, which is like just that sort of like, and this is going to be a spoof on Kingsman, where we know that the guy's obviously it's not going to be the same story as Kingsman. The guy's father's not dead, but um, so there's a kid. He's grown up. He lives with his mom. There's this man who comes by every once in a while, gives them money, um, and says he's got a college fund set up for him. Gives him a coin. Tells him to drop any painful payphone if he needs help. All right. So we've got that type of scene here. The same sort of setup, right? Where remember in Kingsman where Eggsy has that card with has that medal and he calls it phone number and he whatever the thing he says. So I'm going to do a takeoff on that. So later on, 15 years later, the troubled child. Come with some better of that, but so basically a lot of cliches in this book. It is a spoof. So I'm going to embrace the cliches. I'm going to embrace all the tropes. I'm going to embrace it all and have fun with it as much as I can. So 15 years later, Jimmy is in trouble with some hoodlums, goes on a crazy car chase with his friend, gets cornered in an old subway station, spies an old payphone, pulls the coins out and drops in. SWAT team swarms in and kills the hoodlums. So why? I just imagine him being there like, why did you kill them? Well, you put the coin in the payphone and you called us. He goes, I didn't need you to kill them. I just wanted you to chase them away. It'll be fun. It'll be a funny scene. Death, death, according to Mel Brooks, is one of the funniest subjects there is. So I'm gonna go for it. Who gave you that coin? I don't know. Some guy my mom knew. I think he might have been my father. Oh, geez, not another one. So this is how I outline. I just like throw in the key moments and then maybe a little few lines of dialogue just to sort of get there. It's like, so obviously there are brothers that we will meet later down the road. Mysterious recruiter. Let's see what's going on there. James is taken to an interrogation room, told to fill out some paperwork. What is it? College application. For what? Can't tell you. Who are you? Can't tell you. Tricks him into so James is like, got this guy is like, I can't tell you that. And he tricks him into revealing something. I'll figure something out, some clever dialogue there. But yeah, so it's like the strangest computer college application you'll ever take. The perilous campus. So he gets accepted, goes on a tour of the campus. There are constant ambushes, assassination attempts. They use paintball, and you see people getting, splattered all over the place. But James is kind of deft at avoiding the traps and so forth. By the time James finishes traversing the campus, he's not. I take it back. I thought he was going to be adept, but he's not. He is going to be inept. Is covered in a rainbow of splotches. This is where the The next generation of super spies are educated and trained. Welcome to Spy U. So here we go. So here's going to meet his roommate. James meets his roommate, Ethan Cruz. Wonder whose son that is. His father works for the Impossible Mission Force and had to disavow his son. At least that's what he told him. Why? The reason doesn't seem to hold up, but Ethan believes it. And Ethan's like, and he's got one of those kits to make masks. So that'll be fun. Lots of fun with that. Okay. The occasionally deadly orientation. So, at the sign of release for orientation, someone may die. Faculty introduced, they all have punctuation for names. So, like, in the James Bond world, you've got Q and M and 007 and all these things. So, the dean is the exclamation point or bang for short. Got the pound sign or hashtag number pound tic tac toe. People call them different names because the symbol means different things to different people. As professor of spy technology, you've got asterisk, the professor of seduction, ampersand, professor of disguise, dollar sign, professor of fighting, and at, professor of quirky one-liners and snappy retorts. So that is indeed one of the classes that you need to take at Spy U. If you are a super spy, you've always got to have a witty retort at your fingertips when the bad guy is coming at you. All right, so that's the orientation. So we'll introduce that, and again, think of this as Harry Potter, but at a spy school, right? You've got all of the new things coming in. You know, you're buying. Maybe there's going to be some sort of Diagon Alley uh, analog here where they go get their stuff. In fact, let me put that in there. That's a great idea. Clueless roommate. Let's put in here. Add new text. The shop of really cool stuff. All right. So the shop, where is it? Shop of really cool stuff. Where are you? There it is. Bang. Control B. Okay. They go shopping for school supplies. Why can't I make that bold? Interesting. Oh, there it is. It's bold now. Okay. All right. So there we go. See, look at that. Now I've added another chapter. Great. Good job, Rich. All right, so we've got that. The counterproductive study group. Ethan and James end up gravitating to other classmates who are new recruits. Some students have been preparing for this all their lives. Some, like James and Ethan, only discovered they are related to, uh, alumni recently and are having trouble keeping up. They form a study group with other misfits. So, like, I'm just going to go through the pantheon of super spies, and all of their offspring will be here, but they're never going to be. You'll know who they are, but they'll never explicitly say it. So, like, it's like James Honeypots, right? We know he's James Bond's son. Oh, what happened here? There it is. But we're never going to say James Bond. We're never going to say 007. We may say some things like 00, ooh, or isn't your father 00? Hey, you can't, just you sort of cut it off right before that, so that it's kind of a running joke on that. All right. Food fight of death. So this is a scene ripped off from Animal House. During a food fight, one of the top students is killed. So a deadly food fight. So that's going to be fun. Everyone on campus is a suspect. Extra credit for anyone who solves the murder. So now we've got a death on campus, and it's like um, James and Ethan and their group are like, we got to get this extra credit. We got to find out who did this. Group is too distracted by the murder investigation to focus on midterms. They're going to like put all their eggs in that extra credit basket. A girl James has a crush on offers to help with his seduction homework. Uh, it'll give her a chance to practice her demeaning remarks. Some of this stuff, when it makes me laugh, I'm hoping it's going to make other people laugh. Ethan persuades James to go for the golden snitch and solve the murder with him. Did Never did get the golden snitch thing. Why bother with the rest of the game? This is my personal thing about uh, Harry Potter. The whole Quidditch thing. It's like, why are they even playing the game? Why don't they just everybody just go for the golden snitch? It's ridiculous. If I ever meet J.K. Rowling, I'll let her know that I think that was ridiculous, and she'll say, "Yeah, yeah, probably was." All right, so the clueless trail of clues. James and Ethan investigate, break into the student's room. It's been picked over for clues already. They find something everyone else missed, discover the student is still really alive and hiding out, and then they accidentally kill him. So here we're, oh, what was the name of that movie? The Ben Stiller, um, with all the amateur superheroes, and Greg Kinnear is like, the town, the city's superhero, and they go to rescue him, and they end up killing him. Something like that. Okay, so then James and Ethan are brought before Dean Bang, and she tells them that they are expelled. Wow. Okay, so big turning point there. So I think we're about almost halfway. The obvious misdirect. James and Ethan get jobs at a local electronics store. Their manager turns out to be Ampersand, the master of disguise. In disguise, of course. They're not really expelled, but deep undercover. So this is like, they have been recruited for a secret mission since they basically solved the murder of the child, the student, even though they ended up killing him. So the unlikely team up back at campus. Several teams are organized. Hashtag gets the remaining misfits. They have to be trained by Christmas break. That's when the new device preloaded with memes will be distributed. Give me a clock while I wait. All right, so here, a deep undercover. Okay, so what's happening here is that they're, oops, they are helping to hunt. Oh, let's see here. There is intelligence that the supervillain meme master is planning to take over the world. Let's not sugarcoat it. He's planning to take over the world. World at Christmas. Okay. So back at campus, several teams are organized. Hashtag gets the remaining misfits. They have to be trained by Christmas break. That's when the new devices preloaded with memes will be distributed. So some little, what do we call it, MacGuffin, uh, that where these memes will, kind of like, Kingsman again, where you had the phones that make everybody into killers. Memes will be distributed. Convenient clock. Why wait? Why doesn't the memester unleash his waves of mind control right away? No one has a good answer. It's just the way it's done. So again, isn't that the whole? It's not the whole chapter. It's just kind of like the sense of the chapter, right? Where I want it to go, what I want it to cover, all that kind of stuff. All right. Back at campus. Okay, don't go into the back room. James and Ethan know something strange going into the back room of the store. They use a gadget to break in and discover it's a passage to an enormous underground base for the memester, the head of HR for the store. They need to report back, but are caught. So we've got them trapped in the memester's lair. They've been working for him all along and didn't even realize it. Breaking Christmas break, so everyone goes home to say goodbye to loved ones in case they don't make it back. They are due to return campus on Boxing Day. Again, wait the memes to be unleashed before we do anything about it. So there's going to be a lot of fun conversations about that. Holiday shopping crowds of doom. Some of the students are shopping at the store where James and Ethan work. See them. Why are they there? They're undercover. Show the friends the underground base, and they all get caught. Okay, so there's something wrong here. They don't get caught here. They'll get caught here. Okay, so when I wrote this, I obviously was like just sort of throwing stuff around. The villain protocol. The memester decides to kill them all. Wait, aren't they supposed to be put into an impossible situation? Then they'll have a chance to escape. We promise we won't. Banter about the whole thing. Ethan saves the day by killing the memester. All right, now that's obviously really, really bad outline. I don't know what's going to happen there. Well, usually when I get there, I'll figure it out. The obvious bigger picture. Turns out they need the memester alive to undo his dastardly plan. Uh-oh. Will turns into brainwashed meme bees, like zombies, or zombeams, still workshopping the name. Discover that there's a device somewhere broadcasting the memes, injecting them into everyone's social media timelines. There are plenty of possible locations. The students at Spy U are split up into 20 teams to investigate and neutralize it. Flip phones only. The "it's a trap" cliche. Most of them are traps. The students are transformed into living memes. Last place you look, of course. Most unlikely place on the campus of Spy U is left to James, Ethan, and the Misfits. Turns out the memester is not dead. It was, and ampersand, all along. Oh. They managed, and please don't mind that I'm kind of giving you spoilers. That's not the point of this. If you're going to be working with a writer on a project, you're going to get the spoilers, and you should get the spoilers early, so you know that when you're reading it and you're giving them feedback, are you spoiling your spoilers and stuff like that, or your reveals. Um, so not that was ampersand along. They managed to take and neutralize the device, send out kitten videos to return everyone to normal. Okay. Finally, the final exams, James manages to seduce a beautiful student, but it's Ethan wearing her face. He uses his mask maker to help James pass his seduction final. Summer vacation epilogue. Everyone's saying goodbye for the summer. James and Ethan call the dean's office as they enter two-man leave by a different door. Who is that? There's a vodka martini and the mask of the groundskeeper's face on his desk. Yes, it was your father's. Why don't they want to see us? I'll see it. And then the scene at the very end of the credits. So this is going to be a spoof on the um, Marvel movies end credits scene. So that's the basic outline. Now it's going to change. I don't have everything I need in here. Everything that comes through is going to be different. I'm not too worried about. It's a spoof, right? I want it to be crazy and zany and just sort of like be self-aware of how much it is a spoof. Think of Austin Powers, right? In fact, I'll probably watch all the Austin Powers movies before I start writing this. Austin Powers, where he's self-aware, right? And he's like a caricature, but he still manages to save the day. And he's just kind of like out of place in the whole situation, but it doesn't matter. That's cool. All right, so this is where I'm going to be starting this. This is where I'm going to be writing this. Um, got the project statistics here. So you can tell me how many words I got. So now the 583 words, I think these are these words here, right? Let me see real quick here. If I come here and I take some out, save, project statistics. Nope, it still says 580. Oh, 'cause I know where they are. Okay, so actually, yes. So this is the first chapter I wrote here. So this is the 543 words here. Troubled child. There we go. And there's the other 20 and so forth. So I've already got 500 words, but like I said, I'm going to rewrite all of these words. I'll be starting from zero. So I will probably do a nice little snapshot of this. Let me go ahead and do that. Documents, snapshots. Take a snapshot with title. Before NaNoWriMo. And do the same thing for this one here. Before NaNoWriMo again. Okay, so the snapshots are pretty cool. So you got these little things here so you can go back and take a look at what was there before. So here, even though I wrote this, I'm preserving it. You can see the old text down there just because I can. It's like, maybe there's something in there I want, or maybe I'll go back to at some point, or maybe I'll just want to. It's just, I believe in saving everything that you write. I hate when I am going if I'm gonna, do another pass, I will save it, do a new draft, open it, back it up, have a printout of it too, hard copy, so that I've got that preserved so that, again, so the scholars, when they study me, when I am a graduate level course at some, MFA program in the, Southwest, yeah, it might be Arizona, New Mexico, who knows, that they will have, a lot of material to draw upon. Alright, so there we go. James Honeypot's one of the police car because every cop's nightmare is a smart crook. I like that line. Alright, so there we go. So I'm all set up here, I'm all prepped. Got my front matter here. This is kinda cool. So, Scrivener, we'll talk more about Scrivener as we get here, but Scrivener is very cool in that it allows you to do things like this here where I can organize the things. Here, and this is kinda cool too. If I wanna rearrange things, you can get like this sort of corkboard style thing going on here. In fact, I think you can make it look like a corkboard. Is there not? Corkboard options. Huh. It used to be an actual corkboard. Maybe it is, and I just can't see it. Well, you can see like there's a different texture there. So you can like drag things around and rearrange your story and stuff. Uh, don't need to rearrange much of this stuff right now. It's pretty sequential as it is. But if you are a writer who writes things, and you've got multiple characters you're tracking. In this one here, pretty much we're going to follow James the whole time, except for a couple chapters where we won't. And so we'll have that. So this it's not so much necessary here. But the cool thing about this now is I can come over here and I can have my synopsis. I can write some notes about this in here as well, which is a great thing. Down here too, I've got these other folders here. I got a research folder here where you can put research stuff here. I got a notes folder here where I can put another notes, template sheets. So this is like if you want to do character sketches and stuff like that. Sometimes I'll do this, sometimes I won't. We'll see. Maybe I'll work on this a little bit before we get there as part of my prepping, and we'll spend a couple of nights doing that, just to fill out all that stuff. So when I hit that November 1st date, ooh, excuse me, if it's getting time to wrap it up here. I am getting sleepy. When we get to that point, I'll be able to just bam hit the ground running, knock out a chapter, knock out 2 chapters in a day, and keep on moving. So that first weekend, actually, I think my goal for that first weekend is going to be 10 chapters. But wait, Rich, that's almost half the book, a third of the book, maybe a third of the book. Um, but that's generally how it goes for me, right? I have done 10,000 words in a day. Um, let's see here. So each of these chapters is going to be about 2,000 words. So my short stories on my podcast are between 3 and 4,000 words, and I write those in a day. So I should be able to do 2 chapters a day easy. And if I push it another 2,000 words, I can get 6,000 words in a day. Especially if I've got, it outlined well. I put some more beats in here. I may work on that a little bit more. We'll figure. I'm kind of torn about that, whether or not I want to spend a lot of time doing that. All right, so that is my prepping for NaNoWriMo, which may not exist, but will happen nonetheless here on the Night Owl Writers Room, which will be the writing my book room on that day. But listen, seriously, if anyone comes across this, if you are seeing this and going, what's he doing with NaNoWriMo? Friend me on NaNoWriMo or reach out to me on X and let's talk because I do have the capability of having guests on this live stream. And I would love to talk to other writers who are participating in NaNoWriMo or not, who are just working on their own things and want to talk about it or work something out. I want to make this a real writer's room where people can come and not just listen to me talk about my stories, but talk about their stories and see if we can get something done. I'd love to get your input too, live and all that kind of stuff. So, last time we broke that story, In the Light of the Moon, so I'll be writing that. I wanted to get Jodie's story up tonight, but, uh, didn't get the opportunity to do that, so I will do that first thing in the morning. I'll get Jodie's story up on the podcast, tomorrow morning, and then I'll get the interview up hopefully in the afternoon, and then I will, um, write, I'll record, Dreams of Her. That's 3 things I need to do tomorrow for the podcast. I need to, get Jodie's story finished and dumped up there. I need to get the interview finished and dumped up there, and I need to get um, next story recorded. Saturday, I'm gonna be at the book fair. Um, I'll give you an autopsy on that Saturday night, let you know how things went. So I'm sorry, not a book fair, it's a paranormal conference. I'm gonna be a vendor there, so I've got a table set up for that, which reminds me, I still need to get the signs made up for my new giant sign holders. So I definitely gotta print those out first thing in the morning. Ooh, excuse me. And go get those picked up at Kinko's. Man, it used to be Kinko's was open 24 hours. Now they close at 7. And, my goal too is to get some sleep before this, conference. It's out in Rockford, it's a 2-hour drive, so I gotta get out there. I have to leave here probably by 6:30, get there at 8:30. It doesn't start till 10, so, give me plenty of time. Get set up, spend the day there, sell some books. My goal is to sell 30 books. Um, Not a lot, but 30 books is $600 in sales. Actually, between 450 and $600 in sales. Because again, I'm gonna be pricing the books at $20, 2 or more at $15 each. And of course, when you buy a book from me at a fair or a conference or a con, you get the audiobook and ebook for free, but I get your email address, which reminds me I need to add those email addresses to this newsletter too. And I need to give the ebook away to all my current newsletter subscribers as well, and add it to the website. Oh my gosh, it never ends, does it? It's like if you're not writing, you have to be marketing and promoting and all sorts of stuff. Well, that may be what I do tomorrow night. We'll see if I catch up on my my mailing lists and all that kind of stuff. So we'll get that set up. All right. Um, Thanks for tuning in. I will see you later. And again, anyone wants to join me in November, let's start planning this out here. I think you can write a book in a month. This guy I know, Jonathan Yanez, that's how he started. He like quit his job, and for a year he wrote a book a month. And then he was collaborating with other people and just getting it out there, trying to get it sold, but then went indie, and now he's got thousands and thousands of followers. His books are bestsellers. He goes to the cons and is on panels at the big cons and stuff like that. So he is like living the dream. He's branched out into video production too. He's produced a couple of a pilot for a series and then a movie, I think. So he's like, yeah, he was doing like a sort of a prequel to his um, Mercenary series. So anyway, he's very entertaining books. Jonathan Yanez, check him out. All right, I keep on talking and talking when I keep on saying I'm gonna say goodbye. I'm gonna say goodbye because I am here with the final yawn. Good night.